against John Henson. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 3 slot. And for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Ibaka in at the center position. Opening day, Chris, in your experience, which types of teams tend to start the season well, started strong?
2 types. One, the team that has been forgotten about and left out. The team that had a disappointing season the year before, and no one knows the pain that they went through all summer long, waiting to get back to that moment. So they've been incentivized for half of a year to come back and say, wait a minute, it's our turn now. And those teams are sneaky under the radar.
Little chip on their shoulder, in other words.
And and then secondly, I would say veteran teams that know what they want, teams that are focused and saying, wait a minute, we know this is a marathon. Let's take our time, warm up, and stick to the principles right away, and we'll end up in the right place later.
Henson the pass to Mikhailuk. The Pistons working the ball around now. Shot clock at 6. Detroit needs to get off the shot here. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Very rich history for Detroit Pistons. They've been a part of the sports scene in Detroit since 1957, and they have 3 championships to their name.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Brown. Well, you look back at the title teams for the Pistons. There were a lot of them. Chris, which team was your favorite?
Oh, man. Well, growing up in Detroit, I'd have to go back to the Bad Boys in 89, 90, just watching them get through Boston and then, dominate the Bulls of that time. They went back-to-back winning championships. That was incredible. And it was something special, though, about my boys in the 2004 team. She, Ben Wallace, Rip, those guys. That was fun to watch as well.
Leonard inside. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Here's Mikhailuk. He's covered by Leonard. Pass to Grant. It's stolen by Morris. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And Ibaka kicks to Morris.
Hey, yo, right here. Come around. I got your help.
Pass to Beverley from past the arc. The Clippers rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
We'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Dwayne Casey. What's the news, David?
Well, Kevin, look, he thinks their long-range shooting can make all the difference, not taking anything away from the defense they're going up against. But he did say he'd be surprised if his guys didn't shoot a high percentage from outside. Pretty confident coach, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Hard to create spacing without the threes. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Outside, George. Ibaka against Henson. Five on the clock. Here's George. Detroit with the rebound. Brown down low. Defended by George. Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And Henson sends it back. And he's able to get it back. And here is Knight. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. George against Grant. Trying to get something going. The shot off that time. Good work defensively by Morris. Here's George. Goes back up. Here's Leonard. And Henson sends it back. Brown outside. Grant against Morris. Now Knight. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. That ties it up.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have two elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny. A moment here now to see the numbers for Kawhi Leonard. He's coming off an excellent season. 6th in scoring, and of course, he's got a nose for the ball. He ranked in the top 10 in steals last season.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. Ibaka dishes to Beverly. This one for 3. Los Angeles with another miss. For Detroit, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Tipped away. Shot clock at 5. Passes it to Morris. Overnight. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
The dish to Henson. Beverly against Knight. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Henson, the shot's good. Brown making the play.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
There's the pass to Morris. Beverly against Knight. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Los Angeles with another miss. The Pistons leading. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Pistons have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one at the line is good. He's perfect from the line this time.
And Chris, just how special was it to play for Detroit in your career? What relationship does this team have with their fans?
Yeah, it was so special. I mean, being able to go home to the house that I grew up in, or to where my parents lived, and be able to go to the Pistons practice and to be part of it, to put on that jersey. It was so special, man. This team is a mainstay of the city. I mean, you feel like you can lift up the whole city when you play for the Pistons. It was such a special part of my career.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Lays it up and banks it in. Leonard's got 6.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Brown, the pass tonight, shoots the 3. That shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Ibaka finds Morris. Over Grant. Morris, no good. Detroit leading by 4. It's stolen by Morris. Beverly against Knight. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Chris, you know a little something about that power forward position. Who do you think will be the best at that position in let's say 3-5 years from now?
Wow, it may be who's the best at that position now will continue to be, and that's Anthony Davis. He can do it all. He was a point guard in high school, and what that gave him was ball handling skills, lateral quickness, and a mentality of a small guy. And we all want that as big fellas, that mentality, because you have the height. You just need to believe that you can do it on all ends of the floor, and he can do it defensively, offensively. He can coach. He could be your trainer as well, get guys healthy. I think he could do it all.
Good explanation. Good on the second free throw.
And a coach that players love is Dwayne Casey. Very vet-friendly, sticks up for his guys in every post-game interview.
Yeah, Casey is very measured in his approach. He can be a bit slow to change at times, but his players appreciate the consistency.
Grant with the ball. Leonard picks him up. Pass to Mikhailuk. Clock at 6. Here's Knight. Henson trying to break free. The shot by Knight, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and gotten a perfect position to alter the shot.
Brown against George. And it's all evened up.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the 3 at a ridiculous rate.
Pass to Knight. Knocked loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly. You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of. If you don't want your pocket picked, here are last season's steals leaders. Paul George on top.
There were so many nights when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Knight.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. He feeds it to Leonard. And he converts the layup. Leonard's got 8 points.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Passes it to Knight. Dishes to Henson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. To stop the run. Again, the miss by Knight.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And Beverly kicks to Leonard. The pass to Ibaka. Now Beverly. With the teardrop, and Grant sends it back. Brown against George. Brown the pass to Henson. Now here's Knight. Pass to Mikhailuk. Outside Knight. Stolen by Beverly. Drops in the breakaway layup. And now a 4-point Clipper lead.
Just fantastic movement by Beverly. So effective in clogging passing lanes with his quick hands and anticipation.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
There should only be one thing they're talking about in this timeout, trying to deny him the ball in the paint before he does any more damage.
And the Clippers making a change here. Kennard's checked in. And then for Detroit, McRae has come in for Brown. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Brandon Knight. Galloway with the bucket.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Clippers.
Last outing for the Pistons, it was a loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia. Leonard draws the double. Six on the shot clock. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
And George kicks to Kennard. No good from outside.
Oh, defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
Pass to Henson. Here's Galloway, defended by Ibaka. Henson the pass to McRae. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by one. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
Yeah, and they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Well, it tells you a lot about who was the more aggressive team. I mean, they should have that same exact attitude tonight.
Kennard, the pass to Beverly. Outside, George. Back to Ibaka. With his first shot attempt, can't cash in from close range.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Galloway dishes to Grant. George with the defensive effort. And there's the horn. We've seen some good defense on both sides, and the score still close. The Pistons on top, leading by just one. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Now a veteran in the NBA, Serge Ibaka, talked about his role on this team.
I like to do all those little things, running up and down, blocking shot, straight to floor, making open shot, rolling the basket, screen, those dirty work. I like to do that.
And Ibaka, Greg, a great complementary player.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
The two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Kennard is out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And a 4-year player at Baylor, Taurean Prince, something of a surprise lottery pick back in 2016. But, Greg, he's become a very valuable player.
You know, he's one of those two-way power wings that it seems every team wants. A dependable three-point marksman who holds his own defensively.
No good on the free throw. Chris, are there specific types of plays where you feel the whistle gets blown maybe a little too often and a little too early?
Well, sometimes for a guard, when he's defending a guard and the pick and roll comes and he fights through that pick, and as a guard, offensive player, I can stop and let you bump into me and shoot the ball. I think the refs they just have to be smart with it. Sometimes it's a foul, but every time it's not, just because of the situation or the flop. And also, you just don't want players to be bailed out when the defender is in a good position. But that's what makes the game so great, is the fact that as an offensive player, you got to try to manipulate and find out where you can sneak yourself in the gray areas of a rule. And as a defensive player, how can you use your skill, your will, and then your IQ not to get caught with your hand in the cookie jar?
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Prince wide open. Misses the 3. And for the Clippers, they're shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Jackson passes to George. Here's Zubac. And Maker sends it back.
Proving he could be an active defender. Great hustle from Maker to stifle the shooter.
Outside Jackson, beyond the arc. It's good from long range. Jackson's got his first 3 points of the game.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
Here's Prince. The Clippers grab the miss. Now the Clippers moving it up for the finish. And it's George finishing it off.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Galloway kicks to Maker. George against Prince. To the left wing. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Jackson. To the inside. George. And it's George finishing it off.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
Prince, the pass to Henson. He kicks it to Maker. Knocks it loose. Prince in the corner. Looking to end the run. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers leading by 7. Down low. And the dunk by Zubac.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. Second is Paul George.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Back to Maker. Here's McCray. 8 points his last outing, and the dunk by Maker.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by Los Angeles.
Left side Jackson. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Galloway. No good that time, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Jackson, and Henson sends it back. Prince fires. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. George has got 4 rebounds in this game.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Galloway finds Prince. Over George, and he can't bank that one in.
You got to give him credit for his confidence. I mean, he hasn't hit a single shot this quarter, but he still keeps firing.
Back to Jackson. From 12 feet out, the rebound by Prince. Pistons trail by 9. Pass to McCray. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Chris, middle of last season, plenty of drama around the AD trade request. Davis wanting to leave New Orleans. Some say all publicity is good publicity. But Commissioner Silver clearly does not agree.
Yeah, I don't agree either, and I think if you go back, the Lakers would say that's a self-inflicted wound. Some things are best left in the locker room. Let me tell you this. Every team tried to trade for AD except the team that didn't have him last year and maybe the Golden State Warriors. So everyone was out there. It just wasn't the rumors. And so, no, you never really like those rumors. They affect young players. They affect the player that may be being traded for. They affect the home fan base. They affect everyone. So you want to try to keep all of that in-house. Some things are better left unsaid.
The Pistons making a change here. Brown's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. Now here's Leonard. A 23-point game for him in the win against Golden State. Over Maker. No good. And it's Detroit the other way. To the middle. Here's Henson. It's good.
Oh, great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. The free throw off from Henson. Clippers leading by 5. Here's Jackson. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Jackson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The pass to Maker. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
All right, a chance to look at stats for Paul George. Great showing for him last season. Last season, put up about 28 points per, 8 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. And you love his anticipation. All those steals, he's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
Well, his nose for the ball has never been better. I mean, Greg, his transition defense really stands out. If you get careless in the open court, they'll make you pay. Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his troubles tonight.
Here's Galloway, guarded by Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Maker, the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
Oh, no hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy one.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And, Chris, one thing you have to like about Galloway is that he's always prepared to play.
Yeah, Galloway is the type of player that can see 5 minutes on the floor in one game and then start and play 25 minutes the next one. I mean, just think about that focus for consistency. The production can be hit or miss, but he's a great plug-and-play option for a coach in need of filling minutes.
That free throw, no good.
And what I like about Galloway is that he knows his role. He doesn't play outside of himself. He's a dependable player.
And he sinks the second. Jackson with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Here's Kennard. Outside, George. Clock at 4. Another one falls for the Clippers.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Brown the pass to Galloway. Pass to McCray. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen. Defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Now, here is George. Not a lot of room. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. A different look for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Grant, he's checked in for the Pistons. And it's Galloway with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Out to the right wing. Here's Henson. And the rejection by Ibaka.
An elite rim protector. Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and time.
Morris is checked in for Paul George. Grant, right side. Some solid defense from Ibaka. Clippers leading by 8. The floater. Second shot opportunity. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Detroit gets called for the foul.
And Rondo really more creative than given credit. Just has that knack for making defenders have to foul.
The Clippers have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. And the first one drops. And some great moments for Rajon Rondo. Helped Boston to a title back in 2008. And as we know, he's a 4-time All-Star.
Yeah, one of the most honorary, toughest, and smartest players in the league. He devours films. I mean, he makes his son watch film. You see that his 4-year-old son is watching film with him. What's going on, man? But he's made it clear, once his playing days are done, he wants to be an NBA coach.
Galloway, the pass to Grant. Six to shoot. Feeds it to Henson. Passes it to McCray. Shoots over Leonard. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Pistons making a change here. Mikhailuk is checked in. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Warriors. Rondo finds Ibaka.
Come get it, come get it.
Morris looking over the floor. Over Henson. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got the lead up to 12 now for Los Angeles.
And even when the D is all up and in on Morris, he nails the shot. Great job in keeping his eyes on the basket.
And the pass to Galloway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Outside Leonard. Inside. Now here's Rondo. He's guarded closely. Trying to get open is Ibaka. And it's Leonard missing. Pistons trail by 12. Grant the pass to Galloway. Back to Grant. Pass to Mikhailuk. Here's Galloway. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Rondo. He dishes it to Morris. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Morris has got his second basket of the night.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Galloway kicks to Grant. A minute 42 left to play here in the half. Los Angeles leading by 14. Here's Kennard. It's good. Kennard's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, Rondo just knows how to wheel and deal, has that exceptional feel for when one of his guys is open.
Back to Brown. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Leonard attacking, lays it up off the glass. Leonard's got 18 points.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Galloway, the pass to Grant. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Saturday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the New Orleans Pelicans. It's stolen by Ibaka. And now it's Rondo running all the way. Here he goes. And it goes down 2 points. And the Clippers lead by 18.
How about the energy? Just relentless here. Rondo excellent at just gliding down the floor and finishing in style.
Brown, the pass to Galloway. Over Rondo. Galloway, no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Grant. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles, willing his team to a successful quarter performance. He seemed to stop at nothing to push the momentum. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking out open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 18 points, 2 assists, and 4 rebounds. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
What you like about Kawhi Leonard, efficient in everything he does. Rarely does he take an extra dribble, doesn't take bad shots, and he passes in the right position to make the play.
Check. What'd you think about the Pistons?
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game, man. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they could forget about a comeback.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And tonight, we'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. It's an 18-point game. And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. On out there with Brandon Knight. Then there's Grant. Then it's John Henson. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 3, the small forward. And Los Angeles guys shooting in this game, 45%. And it's Leonard missing. Pistons trail by 18. Passes to Henson. It's stolen by Ibaka. And here's Beverly. High post to Ibaka. Morris outside. George, that's a 2-pointer. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. George has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Clippers. Knight against Beverly. The 3-ball. Morris with the rebound. Clippers leading by 20. Leonard kicks to Beverly. Back to Leonard. From the arc. And it's Beverly missing. The Pistons shooting about 26% out there. They need to get a better look. Mikhailuk passes to Knight. It's hauled in by Beverly.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
Got that bucket in no time at all. George has got 14 points for the game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game. An 0-for-3 start to the first half is finally behind them. I mean, now maybe they can get something rolling.
Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide-open man easily.
The pass to Grant. The floater. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Only 1 for 5 to start the half. I mean, whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right ones.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Knight, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. Clippers on defense. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. Beverly wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists tonight. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Well, for so much Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top
defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Check in for the Pistons.
And here's a look at the stats for Patrick Beverley. Some last season stats for him. He put up about 7 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
Knight kicks to Maker. Brown the pass to Knight. Shot clock at 6. Shot to stop the run. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Mikhailuk passes to Maker. Outside Knight. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Henson. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Detroit. Jordan McRae comes in for Bruce Brown. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 12-3 run. To the paint, here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Pass to Prince. Here's Maker, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Maker's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That's good from George. Chris, what's your definition of most valuable player?
LeBron, Michael Jordan. Okay, okay, the best player in the league. That's my definition. Who makes players better? Who brings the fans into the game? There's only one type of player that's an MVP, and there's only about 6 guys in a year that can be MVP. But if you're talking about guys that help you, let's say, are the best on a contract or getting the most bang for their buck, you got to look at guys like a Siakam. You know, he's just making over $2 million this season, still playing on that rookie contract, and those are the guys that are on their way up. So you can always find young talent playing for maybe less than what they should be getting at that time, but the most valuable player continues to be the top 6 players of the league.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Even when contact comes Beverly's way, I mean, he's a pro at finishing, absorbing it so well on these shots.
This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one.
A 78% foul shooter a season ago. Pretty steady when he's at the line.
Shooting 1.
And that one misses.
Well, in overtime, Beverly has established himself as just a defensive specialist, juggernaut, an absolute pest who plays his tail off on both ends of the floor.
Knight passes to Prince. Here's Mikhailuk, defended by Beverly. Shot clock at 3. Prince, that's for 2. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. George has got his 5th rebound in this one.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
Here's McCray. 6 points for him. Knight for 3. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 7 rebounds in the game.
Oh, man, still a goose egg for him in the scoring column.
Knight against Beverly. No good that time. Some solid defense from Knight. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
McCray, no good. Here now the Clippers. They're on a 20-5 run. George, no good. Detroit's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Back to Knight. And the rejection by Jackson.
He's gone off the rails this quarter, and it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing a fight from behind, but the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He could be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
Pass to Prince. Here's the 3. They get the rebound. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Love whenever Maker goes for rebounds like this. He has the size to grab plenty of them. Just needs good positioning.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the Clippers making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. And Detroit with a change here too. Galloway's checked in. LA's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Morris, no good. Here's McCray. 6 points for him. Lets it go. Detroit, no good that time either.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
And he makes that one.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
To the wing right side. From deep. It's hauled in by George. George has got his 6th rebound on the night. Shot's good by Kennard. Kennard's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Galloway, the pass to Mikhailuk. Prince outside. Kicks to Galloway. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Passes it to George. Now the pass to Morris. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And no good. And the Pistons now going the other way. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. Galloway dishes to Maker. It's Prince on the wing. Let's go. Galloway with the bucket. Galloway has got 5 points so far.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Now Jackson. 5 points in the game. That one's rebounded by McRae. The Pistons shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Here's Mikhailuk. He has 5. Pass to McRae. Over George. That one, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's Zubats, and he banks in the layup. Zubats has got his second basket.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
So active, so energetic, helping to lead the charge for this team.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
Left side, George. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
And it gives us a chance to check out the stats for Taurean Prince. Last season's performance for him. Averaged about 13 points a game last season. 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And he continues to hone his game. I think the potential is there.
Oh, yeah, you can see the potential, but it's raw. He needs to keep refining that skill set.
Here's McRae. He has 6. Drained for 2 points. He's got 8.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise. Just 1 of 7 from the field.
Left side, Jackson. And another shot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Oh, and Jackson is a guy that loves the contact, especially when he's shooting the ball.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
And he makes the first.
Oh, and Jackson is not just a terrific shooter, but a fantastic defender as well, using his great speed on both ends.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Jackson hits both of them. 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Galloway, guarded by Jackson. Now, here's Maker. He has 7. He kicks to Grant. Pass to Maker. Just 5 on the clock. Here's McRae. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubats has got 11 rebounds in the game.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Ibaka. The shot, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Shamet and Leonard are on the wings. Ivica Zubac is out there with Ibaka. And it's Rondo in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Leonard, no luck. The Pistons shooting a disastrous 25% from the field so far. Up again.
And that's smart basketball. Makers showing nice awareness there, spotting the open man.
And Los Angeles guys shooting here about 46% for the game. Left side, Leonard. Rebounded by Maker. Maker's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Snell kicks to Brown. Chris, the other day, Adam Silver has been talking about how the All-Star game, that system, is not working. He's been proactive in considering alternatives. What do you think?
Well, I love what he's done already. Just think about the All-Star game in 2019, letting guys pick their players like old school on the park. I mean, that adds a little bit of ego, and that's what you want, because we want competition. We want guys that like each other, don't like each other, that are playing against each other, that we're in the finals against each other. We want all that competition, all that mental game that goes into it. And so I love the fact that he's outspoken, that he's definitely ahead of the problem. But I think he did a great job by letting players pick their teammates, because that already causes a little in-team drama that we'll see play out on the floor with how hard guys are playing.
You know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
The first free throw is good. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Thonmaker. Leonard hits them both.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
For Detroit, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Brown outside. Right wing. Doumbouya passes to Brown. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Ellington from outside. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Doumbouya kicks to Snell. Doumbouya passes to Ellington. Just 4 to shoot. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. And Chris, whether it's KD or Kyrie, we've seen stars grow irritated with constant questions about their free agent destinations.
I would just suggest to them to go back in time. Nothing's new under the sun. Watch guys like Shaq, myself, other guys that were free agents. It's a time to talk about it, and it's a time not to. And you can even speak about your impending free agency without insulting the fans where you're playing, and without guessing of maybe where you will go next year. I just think that, guys just need to be a little more sensitive with it. Fans really want to know, and if the media's going to ask you the question, you got to figure a way how to handle that out delicately.
Well said. Passes it to Brown. Here's Snell. He's covered by Leonard. 5 to shoot. And there's the pass to Doumbouya. Second chance shot. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
And, guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear. He's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Pass to Shamet. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Pass to Kabengele. Rondo against Brown for 3. Rondo, no good.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Lets the 3 fly. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Leonard's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Count it. Leonard's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Rondo against Brown. Grant kicks to Brown. Pass to Ellington. And here is Grant. He's covered by Leonard. Brown outside. From deep three-point range. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Picked away. To the inside. Doumbouya goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
Rondo against Brown. Outside Rondo. Here's Kabengele. Yep, that one goes.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah, horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Brown with it. Now the pass to Snell. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Ellington. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Ellington's got his first points of the night. The Clippers have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Patterson. There's the dish to Rondo. See, Webb, if we lower the draft age back to 18, the league will take a larger role developing high school players. Your thoughts?
Well, I think I think it could be a safety net. You know, so many kids are vulnerable at this time, and they don't have a system, and that's why everything's kind of been messed up for players trying to figure out what is the correct system. How do I really get immersed? I want to be in the NBA. What is the right way? And I think the younger you are, the more direction that you have, it can only turn out to be a safer process, I would hope.
And getting better pro-level training, too, coaching.
Yeah, pro-level training, pro-level knowledge, pro-level relationships. I think it's a great thing by the league.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The first one falls. Rodney McGruder's checked in for Bruce Brown. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Now here's Rondo. Defense is right there. Patterson passes to Shamet. Here's Kabengele. The 19-footer is on the money. Kabengele's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, they'll take that, but they got to find a better shot than that on their next trip.
And Doumbouya now top the key. Shoots over Leonard. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Rondo looking over the floor. Some solid defense from Grant.
His scoring has not been there at all tonight. I mean, it tells you a lot about their team. They have the lead anyway.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. It's on Rajon Rondo. We see the shift toward players on competing teams becoming friends. How does that compare to when you played, Chris?
It's a little bit different. The players that I admired the most, I wouldn't be friendly with on purpose. We were in the same position. A guy like KG, one of my favorite players ever. We're close now. But during when we played, it was either me or him.
Really?
It was no both of us. I didn't want to hang around with him when I'm trying to beat him in the summer. But, you know, you got guys like the Banana Boat crew and LeBron and Wade. They're good friends anyway. Melo and Bron came in 1 and 2, and they had that relationship. So I think relationships are always great. Really, it's just about can you turn the friendship off when you cross the line? I know that Banana Boat crew can, and I know others can as well. And that's all you want. As much as you're friends off the court, I want you to dislike each other on the court through your friendship, just like a big brother, little brother type of thing. So I don't think it's a problem.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Back to Grant. It's stolen by Rondo. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard's got the ball. Good on the shot.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
One shot.
Free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
And as a team, they're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
And Chris, underclassmen entering the draft, they can now hire agents, get help attending workouts, and still retain their eligibility. Do you like that move?
I love the move, Kevin. You know what it does? It helps less to fall by the wayside. So you come out of college, you don't know how good you are. You don't, you know, it's based off ego, how hard you worked, family and friends telling you, go, get the money. But what's your testing ground? You don't know. You don't have a full context. So I love the fact that it lets you go out there and see. And if you have any trepidation, go back to school. You got another year. So, yes, I love this move.
Excellent. See, we have excellent. Now, here's Ellington. He's covered by Shamet. Grant, that's good.
Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
Rondo passes to Kabengele. Back to Rondo. Pass to Leonard. Oh, boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on Sekou Doumbouya. The free throw drops for Leonard.
I like that he's playing with an edge here in the second half. I mean, he didn't get to the line once in the first half.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
And making the most of their opportunities at the line here in the second half.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Ellington, the pass to Snell. Shoots over Leonard. And the rejection by Leonard. Inside. And Rajon Rondo, the basket on the assist from Leonard. 6 points for Rajon Rondo.
If he's one thing, he's efficient in the paint. Rondo really good with the positioning there close to the basket.
Here's Grant. It's not going to go for him. Great D that time from Leonard. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Los Angeles to the middle. And it's Leonard with the jam.
I mean, he's only getting more energy as the game goes along. An incredible second half.
Ellington dishes to Snell. Kicks to Grant. And the NBA is seeming to be at the crossroads of sports and fashion and crisp music. Do you think it's always been Kevin. This interwoven?
Oh, Kevin, please. You see the outfits they're wearing now? Now I got to be like the old fuddy-duddy, the old guy. Oh, my goodness. Guys are basically coming into the game like, did you turn on the lights before you got dressed in your closet? I mean, I know it's fashion. I'm not speaking about any one guy, but wow. I'm telling you, they've taken fashion to another level. And even though I joke about it, it's always fun anticipating what type of outfit I'm going to see guys walk in. Especially, I mean, come on. I love their games, and then I look and I say, wow. They have to be confident on the court because they wore that to the game today. They're confident in life all around.
Overall, right.
Yeah.
Los Angeles making a switch here. O'Quinn's checked in. And Detroit with a change here, too. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Jeremy Grant. Good on both. Here's Magruder.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kawhi Leonard.
He was the one dictating the pace tonight, playing up-tempo or slowing it down, but always scoring.
Passes it to Magruder. Ellington kicks to Magruder. Just 5 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Now here's Ellington. He's covered by Rondo. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Here's Magruder. He's covered by Shamet. Clock at 6. Ellington the pass to Doumbouya. Over O'Quinn. Doumbouya can't get it to go. Now here's Rondo, guarded closely. So the Clippers winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it. And we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much